So chipping or hitting from a downhill lie, we're going to take the same setup we had from the flat lie. If I come in here, narrow stance, ball's in the middle of the narrow stance. If I set up with gravity, you can see how much I'm behind the vertical stick that's stuck in the ground matching the slope that our golf ball is sitting on. So what we want to do is we want to take our body and feel like we're going to match that vertical stick. Now you can even picture the shoulders and our mid-torso making a T. Can I tilt that thing so now the T is parallel to the ground? Or I'm going to take my left hand and slide it more down the hill. So I actually have most of my pressure on my left foot, because the goal here is, can we still land the golf club in our desired zone of these front three golf balls? So we want to avoid landing it too early or trying to get that club into the ground so we can help the ball in the sky. So the goal, can we land this club in the same spot? So there's my feeling of left hand lower on the knee. My shoulders feel like they're left shoulder low, lead shoulder low. As I'm making my motion, now it's going to feel like it works more up in the backswing, and I can let it fall more down the slope. Where if I try to tilt back and lift it up to the sky, it's going to want to touch the ground too far back, and we're going to have to make compensations to get to that golf ball. So as I'm setting here, pretty vertical, left hand's going down, or it feels like I'm just taking my shirt buttons, my torso, and tilting it on the front side or the target side of the golf ball. Now as I'm making my rehearsals, it's landing at the right spot. Now as I'm doing that, if I start feeling like I'm going to fall over, I just take this left foot and kind of widen it out a little bit, maybe move it out of the way just so the hands aren't going to run into it. So now the right leg, the trail leg's more of a counterbalance. The more extreme I go, and I'm kind of doing like a little squat just on that front leg. So as I jump into here, just slightly wider right foot for balance. The club now can swing up, and it can fall and land on the golf ball. You can kind of watch it go. The club head's still low, where I haven't tried to get that thing up to the sky. Now what we're doing relative to 90 degrees or vertical, as we set up like that, the handle's still going to point into the lead hip. What that's going to do is it's going to de-loft the golf club, so it's going to come out more like a low shot. If we need to go back up into the sky, we have our options for the higher golf ball. Ball slightly forwards in the stance, narrow stance, tilting to match the slope. I can play a square face one, grip still pointing at that left hip so it can swing up, land somewhere at the golf ball. So there's something slightly higher with a similar technique. Just move the ball position around. If I want to go even higher, back into that position, I really never go to the front golf ball, but I can open the face up for more loft, still matching the slope with my torso. Club swings up, falls down, and there's a high shot off of a downhill lie. You can see my body, my chest is over my front foot, my club's down and low, but the ball came upwards because of the loft of the club. It didn't come up because I was trying to get it to the sky from this downhill lie. So pay attention of your setup. Are we setting up with gravity on the downhill lie, or are we going to start matching the slope? That way we can swing with the slope to still have control of landing the club in the spot that we want.